What's up? It's Tyson. In this video, I'm going to go over exactly the strategy that got you to $3,000 a month with phone flipping is the same reason why you're not getting to $10,000 a month with phone flipping. You need to switch up your strategy in order to get to that next milestone. So, this video is specifically targeted to people who are actually phone flipping currently and actually making money from this, whether you're stuck at 1,000 a month or 6,000 a month or 5,000 a month, whatever it is. This video will help you get to that $10,000 a month range, $8,000 a month range, just by switching your strategy. And if you have no clue who I am, my name is Tice, and I've been able to scale my phone flipping business way past $10,000 profit per month. And I've also helped other people scale their phone flipping business past $10,000 a month. So I know exactly what to do when it comes to this. So let's dive straight into it. And if you are actually serious about scaling your phone flipping business or your side hustle into a business, then watch the rest of this video, because it's going to teach you exactly how to do it, exactly what to do and what to stop doing and how to do it. So if you're already phone flipping, this is probably what got you to 3K a month. Now, I'm just saying 3K a month because a lot of people are stuck at this range. Some people are doing this and they're in a good location, so they got to maybe 5K a month or 6K a month. But depending on your location, you're either stuck at maybe if you're in a bad location, maybe you're stuck at 2K a month, or if you're in a really good location and you're doing this, maybe you're stuck at 6K a month. But the point is, you're stuck and you want to get to that next level. So this is what your strategy probably looks like. You're probably sourcing your phones through cold outreach, or you're probably running some generic Facebook ads too. So, and also you're probably selling your phones on Facebook Marketplace, or maybe you're selling your phones on OfferUp or eBay, or maybe you sell your phones to someone like Alice Mobile. Like maybe you sell your phones to Alice Mobile. Now, a lot of people start off with cold outreach and just Facebook Marketplace or OfferUp or eBay, right? So a lot of people start off with just doing cold outreach and then to source their phones, and then they sell their phones on Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, or eBay, right? And then anybody who kind of dives a little bit deeper into this, maybe we'll get into some Facebook ads. And a lot of people run the same generic Facebook ads, the same picture ads that freaking 50, 60, 100 other phone flippers are running, the same exact picture that you're running. So a lot of these don't work very well. But yeah, if you've gotten a little bit deep into the game, maybe you bought some course or something, maybe you're running generic Facebook ads, generic regular picture ads that everybody runs, and you're selling your phones to Alice Mobile, right? That's not surface level knowledge. You have to get a little bit deeper to start to run ads and start to sell to Alice Mobile. So this is probably what has got you to 3K a month, or whatever that number is for you. Now, the mindset behind this whole entire strategy is the mindset. So overall, the mindset and the actions that actually got you to 3K a month or 4K a month are the same ones that are keeping you stuck. So it's a lot different because the mindset and the strategy you have going into this, and the mindset and the strategy you have that's making you the amount of money you're making right now, is just grind, hustle, outreach to more people, as many people as you possibly can. Have the best listings on Facebook Marketplace or the best listings on eBay, or get rid of my phones to Alice Mobile. That is exactly what's keeping you stuck. That grind, that hustle of, I have to do more, right? Because you're just hustling and you're putting more effort into this broken system, because at the end of the day, it is a broken system if you do want to get to, X amount per month. So you're just putting more effort into a broken system, and you need new systems. You don't need more effort. A lot of people stay stuck in this hamster wheel at this range and just keep getting their phones through cold outreach and then selling them on Facebook Marketplace, or keep getting their phones from these generic Facebook ads and selling them to Alice Mobile, where you need to switch up your strategy. You're stuck in this hamster wheel and you're going to stay at that number because you need to switch your strategy. It's not going to get you anywhere else if you just keep hustling and hustling and hustling, because more time doesn't equal more money, and more effort doesn't equal more money all the time. So overall, what got you to the number you're at right now, the number you're stuck at right now, what got you to 3K a month will not get you to 10K a month. The mindset and the actions that got you to 3K a month, like grinding on Marketplace all day, or checking listings every 10 minutes, manually negotiating every deal. A lot of people negotiate terribly and they ask like a million different questions, like that whole system, like when somebody reaches out to you or you're reaching out to somebody, like just the negotiation process, for example, like what condition is your phone in? How many gigabytes is it? What's the IMEI? Does the Face ID work? Is it iCloud unlocked? Is it carry unlocked? Like all that bullshit of you asking a bunch of questions, everything needs to change. Your sourcing strategy, your negotiation strategy, and your selling phones, the way you sell phones, that all needs to change. The hustle that got you started, and also driving all over town too. So like the hustle that got you started and kick-started with this business, that same hustle is now the reason why you're stuck, right? So if you're asking why, it's because with this specifically, there's a ceiling to how far effort alone can take you, right? And that's with any business, right? There's a ceiling of how far effort alone and drive and discipline alone can take you. It past a certain point, effort without systems, it just burn you out, right? A lot of people get stuck in this hamster wheel and they're like, you have to put more hours in to get more money, and people don't want to do that. So they go back to whatever, a different side hustle, they switch to a different side hustle, or just pick up a second job instead, or whatever it is, right? Because a lot of people get stuck in this and they don't think there's a way to scale this or a way out of this to put less time and keep making the same amount of money or even more money, right? So you don't need to work harder. You just need to work smarter. Now, I also hate when people say that. You need to work harder and you need to work smarter too. But first, let's try and work smarter. And then once we work smarter, we'll work harder on the smarter. Right? Hope that makes sense. But yeah, there's a ceiling to how far this could take you. And past a certain point, effort without systems, it'll just burn you out. Right? So think about it like this. Imagine you are trying to get from New York to LA, right? Let's say you're trying to get there on a bicycle. At first, you're moving, you're pedaling hard, you're covering ground, you're making it somewhere. But after a while, you're exhausted, you're drenched in sweat, and you barely crossed like one state, right? So at the end of the day, no matter how motivated you are or how disciplined you are, it doesn't matter at all, right? You don't need more energy. You just need a faster vehicle, right? So that's what this is. You just need to switch your vehicle. So you need to ditch the bike and you need to get in the car, and that's how you actually get to your next destination, right? So that's the same thing with phone flipping. You need to ditch the bike and get in the car, and that's how you get to your next destination. You need to ditch this strategy and hop on the other system so you could get to your destination of $10,000 a month. So you have to know when to stop pedaling on the bike and when to hop in the car, right? Same thing with phone flipping. You have to know when to stop doing this and hop into the other strategy, because a lot of people get stuck in this and they don't know when to stop, or a lot of people don't even know where to go. So it's the same thing with, even if you're running ads too, right? So it's the same thing with your ads. Like you might be running, which you probably are. You're probably running one of those basic like cash for phones picture ads that I've seen like hundreds of people run, that everybody else runs, right? So you copy and pasted it from a course you bought or whatever it is. And maybe you get a couple deals. Maybe that did help you get to 2K a month or 3K a month or 4K a month with phone flipping. But now you're wondering why you're not getting as many leads. It's really overall, like, just to be real with you, it's just because you're running the same exact ad that is running in 10 different cities by 50 other phone flippers. Like, you're not getting as much reach. Your results are inconsistent. Your cost per lead is like freaking $3, $4, $5. Like, that's why you're just running a shitty picture ad. Your trust is absolutely in the ground because it's a picture. Like, there's no trust there at all. So your leads are probably trash. You're probably getting terrible quality leads with shitty phones, and your cost per message is probably through the roof, and your results are probably inconsistent. You're not picking up phones every day, which the whole point of running paid ads is to pick up phones every single day, because you're literally spending money every single day, right? So if you're running a shitty picture ad, maybe it's the same thing, right? So what you actually need is like a real system. So you need, with the ads, you need a tested script that actually attracts the right type of people, right? So you don't get shitty quality leads. And you need to add that builds trust and add that stands out, because at the end of the day, the people that are running Facebook ads with phone flipping, they're not doing it the right way, right? They're not running an ad that actually builds trust or stands out. Everybody runs the same picture ads. I've seen every single picture, I've seen every single one of them. They're all the same shit, right? They all get it from the same couple courses that I've personally bought myself too, right? In order to make more money and make different money, you need to do something different. You can't do what 99% of other phone flippers do and expect to make 1% type of money. You have to do what the 1% do to make the 1% type of money. So you need to stand out. You can't be running these same picture ads, right? And you also need, in between that, you also need a negotiation process that is actually not just freaking hammering people with questions, right? So when you do that, the leads become very predictable, and that's why you could finally scale beyond $3,000 a month without burning out and without dealing with a whole bunch of bullshit, right? So if you're stuck at 3K a month, the problem usually it isn't motivation, it isn't laziness, it's the lack of a system. So you're sourcing the same way, you're selling the same way, and handling everything manually, asking a bunch of questions with your negotiation process. So at the end of the day, overall, you just need leverage. So you like good running Facebook paid ads, and ads that run on Instagram too, better private buyers, better pricing, better sort of. So at the end of the day, you need mostly overall, you need leverage, like ads, private buyers, a good negotiation process, and you need faster flips. You need a way to get rid of your phones faster than Facebook Marketplace, faster than selling them to Atlas Mobile. Because once you get to 10K a month and beyond, you realize the game isn't about working harder. It's about upgrading the vehicle that you're in. So it's about going from the bike to the car. It's not about working harder. It's about just upgrading that vehicle and getting into a different vehicle, right? So let's talk about going from the hustle to an actual system. This is what's actually going to get you to $10,000 a month. And if you don't believe me, these are people, these are 1, 2, 3, 4. These are 5 people I've personally taken to $10,000 a month and beyond. So me personally, I've done it myself, but I also know exactly how to do it because I've done it for other people too. I'm not just talking on my ass. I've done it for other people too. So this is one of my clients. I blur out his face because he doesn't want his face shown or his name. But he scaled to $17.5 thousand in profit with this system I'm about to show you. This dude, Isaiah, he scaled to $18,000 profit per month with this system I'm about to show you. This dude, Simon, he just hit $10,000 profit last month. This video that I made with him, he made $8,000 profit. And it's all from this exact system that I'm about to show you. They went from the bicycle to the car, right? Same thing with Amir. I took him from $4,000 a month because he was making $4,000 a month with this system right here. He was making $4,000 a month, and then he got on the system that I teach, and he got to $10,000 profit within his second month running the ads and running the buyers that I use and everything like that. And then same thing with Arson. Like I said, like you could be stuck at a certain number, but if you're in a good area, like you could be doing this system, but if you're in a good doing this strategy, but if you're in a good area, you can make some decent money. So he was doing that, and he was making $6,000 a month with that. And he got on this system within his first month of actually getting on this. He did $10,000 profit his first month getting on this. So he went from 6K a month to 10K a month with this that I'm about to show you right here. So this is what actually gets you to $10,000 a month. And again, I'm not talking on my ass because I've done it myself. You could watch through my whole YouTube. I show you proof and everything, like numbers from my bank account in a couple of these videos. And also you could watch these videos with them of like them telling you how they did it, how their process works, everything like that. So this is what actually gets you to $10,000 a month. So now it's not a hustle. Now you're in the right vehicle, right? So if you're stuck around 2, 3, 4K a month, it's not that you're lazy. It's just that you're missing the right system, right? So this is the right system. First of all, you have to stop relying on Facebook Marketplace and start running a good, proven to work Facebook ad. That's what all these people did. They stopped relying on Facebook Marketplace and they ran my dialed in Facebook ad that I just give to the people that I work with one-on-one. And by the way, if you do want to work with me one-on-one, you could click that first link in the description and book a call with me. And if you're a good fit, then I'll work with you too and kind of give you just everything that I gave them. But the first thing you need, the main thing, is just a dialed in Facebook ad that is proven to work. I've spent thousands of dollars on ads, so I already know it works. So you just need to plug and play a good Facebook ad, right? So all these people, they plug and played a good, proven to work Facebook ad. They stopped wasting time lowballing random people on Facebook Marketplace, and they started getting serious about getting inbound leads instead of trying to do a bunch of cold outreach, right? And they stopped flipping phones one by one on Facebook Marketplace, because at one point, all of these people, they have done that, flipping phones one by one on Facebook Marketplace, and they started selling phones like a real business to one wholesale buyer. They all sell to the private buyer that I give everybody in my program, the private buyer that I personally sell my phones to. That is who they use. So it's just one wholesale buyer that you're selling your phones to. Instead of selling your phones one by one on Facebook Marketplace, it's a lot faster, better pricing. They buy every single phone on the market, so you can start selling carrier locked phones and blacklisted phones and carrier locked phones. I already said that. iCloud locked phones and all that shit. Phones that are cracked, all that, right? So that's the difference. So this is like an actual machine. So you're not chasing deals, you're attracting deals by like proven to work meta ads. So like the Facebook ads, the Instagram ads, maybe some free ads too. So this is like the main thing is for sourcing phones. The main thing is like obviously the meta ads, and then to get some more phones alongside that, you could do like free ads on Facebook Marketplace. You could do outreach, but the point is like the main thing is the meta ads, right? So most phone flippers are begging for deals or refreshing Marketplace, DMing friggin' 50 people a day because they're just doing more and more and more. That mindset, the right mindset flips that completely. So you start to pull leads in by putting out the right message with the right ad and doing it in front of the right people. So if you're putting out the right message with the right ad, the right delivery, and you're doing it in front of the right people, that's leverage, that's positioning. That's what's going to get you flooded with a bunch of phones, right? That's not what you're doing when you're running a generic picture ad. You're not doing any of that, right? So you need good positioning with your ads. And again, I just sell all my phones to one wholesale buyer. I have local buyers that I do sell my phones to, but that's at a certain point where you have a lot of connections. You don't start out with getting a bunch of local connections, but I do have local cash buyers I sell my phones to. But I've met my cash buyers like after a year of being in this game. So you're not going to get that, right away. So I started off with selling to one wholesale buyer. I still mainly sell to one wholesale buyer, but if I know I could get $100 profit more for certain types of phones, I'll sell them to a local cash buyer. But yeah, the mindset behind the strategy is you're creating inbound deal flow through the Facebook ads, and speed equals scale. So instead of selling one by one on Facebook Marketplace, and let's say you have 20 phones in your inventory, that's cash sitting in your inventory that you could get rid of, that you should have gotten rid of ASAP and invested that more cash back into more phones. That's why I'm able to make so much money, even if you don't have a lot of capital to actually buy phones with. If you're getting a phone or 5 phones and you sell them the next day or 2 days later and you get your cash right back, you're out buying more phones, you can make a lot more money. Whereas if you get 5 phones and then you have to list them one by one, first of all, that takes time. And you have to message a bunch of people, go back and forth with a bunch of people who want to buy the phone, and then sell them one by one, do a bunch of meetups. That'll take like a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks to sell all those phones. So you're just sitting on your cash, which is not what you want to do. So this turns you into like an actual business. So this system, it obviously produces very consistent, very fast cash flow, because that's the main thing, is really cash flow. And you need to have leverage to have that very smooth stream of cash flow. So like overall, like running good ads and having set private buyers removes all the inconsistency and the randomness, and it's very predictable, right? So the faster you flip, overall, the faster you grow. Marketplace is super slow sales, cash is tied up, and it's just that's your bottleneck. That's your bottleneck at the end of the day. So private buyers, instant flips, you can sell them right away. Recycled capital, that's a big thing. Especially if you have low capital, you could just recycle your capital because you're getting paid right away. And no listing, no waiting. So that's the mindset that actually gets you to $10,000 a month, is leverage, systems, and actually controlling it. Facebook Marketplace is out of your control. Like, it's completely out of control. You could have no phones listed for one day and you don't make money that day, right? So no more hustle. Like this is the strategy that's going to get you to $10,000 a month. And if you want any help with this whole entire strategy and you want to work with me one-on-one to help you get there, you could click that first link in the description and book a free call with me, and I will help you out if we're a good fit to work together. I'll help you out get to wherever you're at. If you want to go from 2K a month to 10K a month, or 1K a month to 10K a month, or even 6K a month to 10K a month, whatever. I've done it before. I know exactly how to get there and what ads to run, what buyers to sell to, everything like that. So if you do want any help, you could book that call, and I'll just kind of fast track your success and kind of give you everything you need to know and need to implement to actually get to that number. But the whole point of this video, I hope you found some value, because a lot of people are stuck in this hustle mode. Like, so many phone flippers are stuck in this hustle mode, and it's really just a hamster wheel. So yeah, if you want help going to a hustle to an actual system, I'll help you out. But yeah, again, I hope this video provided some sort of value to you and show you that there actually is like a different side to this. You don't have to stay in this hustle mode. This is not the end all be all. And you could actually get out of this like hamster wheel and get into something else that will take you. I mean, if you want to I was going to say that'll take you less time, which it will. The system's a lot less time heavy because you're not doing a bunch of meetups and everything like that, and not doing a bunch of outreach. But if you do want to get to $10,000 a month, I'm not going to lie, it does take work. It does take hours and effort. Definitely at the start, like more effort, more hours, more everything at the start of this. And then you get to a point where you can kind of ride it out, and you're kind of chilling. Not really chilling, but like you can start putting less hours, same amount of money, less hours, same amount of money, or even more money sometimes. Once you start building leverage, building a brand for yourself, running your Facebook ads for a long time, people will start to know you, reoccurring customers, referrals, reviews, all that shit. But if you do want to get to $10,000 a month, it's effort. I'm not gonna lie, it's effort, and it takes hours. So yeah, but if you're willing to do that, 10K a month, it's worth it. Depending on who you are, it'll be worth it. But yeah, I'll see you guys later.